So when you look back at Sunday's game, it was a lot of you guys on defense. That was the most snaps you ever played in a game. Can you recall ever playing on a game with that many snaps and that hot?
Um, well, I didn't play like every snap of defense, so I mean, but I played way more. I played more snaps in the actually the Bills games last year at the Bills.
Just in general about the
But it
impact of
was
the
like
heat.
in the heat, like it was a different. So yeah, it kind of like plays a big part in it. It was definitely one of the hotter games that I've played in. But just living in Miami, being from New Orleans, like I'm used to the heat, So it's kind of like playing at LSU. I've been in the heat my whole life, so I'm kind of used to it. I just when I know it's gonna be like a hot game like that, I kind of like I get extra IVs. I make sure I drink extra Pedialyte before the games. I always try to, stay ahead of the curve.
Speaking of LSU, how much did you enjoy watching Burrow and Chase in college, and how much are you looking forward to playing against them?
Oh man, I was there for the national championship game, obviously in New Orleans. That was like the only good that happened in 2020. That was the COVID year that we all know. Um, I mean, those two guys are like some of the greatest players. I mean, I told Joe Burrow when I first met him, I was like, man, you're my favorite college player ever, like, and that's hard to say because I, had a lot of people that I used to watch that I used to like. But Chase being from New Orleans, I've always seen him. He played at Rummel, so I've always knew he was going to be that type of caliber receiver. And just to see him like from high school to college to now, it's just like it's just something that's a beautiful thing to see. And yes, we do have a quick turnaround, and we're playing them. So I think that we getting to it. We ever had some extra meetings today, and looking forward to a Thursday night game. Prime time. It's something that every player I think in the NFL looks forward to because those are the games that everyone's watching, and we're well aware of that. So I think it's going to be a great game, a AFC matchup, and it's going to be a fun one.
What's the feedback you've been receiving from coaches on your play when you get your opportunities in that rotational role?
Being that we have such a quick turnaround, it's like the coaches really don't really talk about the game that we just did that much, I guess you can say. Definitely got good feedback after the game. I played hard, I try to always do my job at least, to the best of my abilities. So regardless, my coach trusts me enough to know that I'm gonna always do my part at least, to help the team, regardless of what it is and what I have to do. Special teams, defense, it doesn't matter. But just like moving on and moving forward, just because of the quick turnaround on the Thursday game, you don't really have. Today's a really big recovery day for us. Being that we played in a game like that yesterday with a bunch of heat and. Guys are cramping up. I'm drinking pickle juice on the sideline because I'm feeling like I'm about to cramp. So, and I usually don't. So that's how hot it was because I usually don't even feel that, and I had to do it extra during game and at halftime. So,
You like the taste?
of what, pickle juice? Nah, I don't think no. I mean, some people do, but I don't. Especially like the pickle juice wasn't even cold. You know what I mean? So, just thinking about drinking hot pickle juice, right? It's already bad, but then you drink it hot. So, but other than that, I think you gotta do whatever you gotta do to not cramp, So,
You mentioned you didn't even play nearly every defensive snap. Some guys
right.
did.
Some guys did, yeah, for sure. I think I want to say Javon Holland played 94 snaps the whole. That's like. I don't think I've ever played 90 snaps in one game, before my whole life. Maybe at LSU, but that kid has a lot of energy. We all know that, and he played every play into the last play, full to his best ability. So just having a guy like that who can go that long and compete that long, and who can stay consistent that long, it's honestly a beautiful thing to see that we all don't even not really appreciating as much, I think. But I think that he's a great player, great man, great teammate. I love playing with him, and just to see him do that and not come out, not even. It's like I didn't even know he was tired during the game because he never said anything about it. Usually somebody man, it's boy, it's hot out here. The whole time he hey yo, we got to lock in. So it's just great to see, man. A young a young leader in our eyes, a young, he's got the C on his chest for a reason. You know what I mean? As a second-year player, that's hard to do. Usually, like a second-year quarterback, maybe will get it, but like not a second-year. You don't see a lot of second-year safeties in the league with that. So just like that right there, it shows you a lot about him.
When talking to other guys on the team, and describing Tua, they just say Tua's Tua. I was curious from somebody that's in the building with him every day. You saw him last year. You've seen him now. What does that mean, and how have you seen him grow into that leadership?
Man, somebody was saying this on the sideline. Like Tua's just growing up in front of everybody's eyes. Like it's just. I've always knew the type of player Tua was. I've loved the type of person he is. He's always positive. I've never seen Tua. I've heard Tua say anything negative about a person or individual since I've known him. And I even knew people who knew him at Alabama that was real close. And they say the same thing. Like I told his parents, I met his pops the other day, and I was like, "Yo, y'all raised a great man." Like not even a great football player. He's a great man and individual. And just seeing him like stick to his course, stick to the things that he knows, stick to his routine, stick to the script. Like every single day, Tua comes in here and he's a professional, regardless of what it is. And he's always encouraging people, always helping people. He's like he's a great person, man. I'm so glad and happy to see that like people just seeing what he's doing now, and they're excited about it, but like they don't really see the work that he's putting in, throughout the process. That's why like it's a blessing that we do get to show people, and like on game day, and especially like on a Thursday night, with everybody watching, what you can do. And Tua just like I said, sticking to the script and doing the thing. It's a beautiful process to see. Like I knew in OTAs, like watching Tua, like I knew that with the offensive personnel and everything that we brought in with Mike as the head coach, I knew that it was going to be a great thing and a great change for Tua, because sometimes change is better, like, and it can benefit and help. And in this situation, Tua being in the NFL is starting to slow down for him a little more. And I mean, we're seeing what he's doing now, and he's only in his third year. Like he's going to continue to, I think, improve just because of the work ethic he has. You could tell Tua he's doing good right now, but I bet you any money he's going to tell you he need to get better. You know what I mean? It's just the type of person he is, and he's just always been like that his whole life. He's been a competitor, regardless of if it's football, golf, or ping pong, or singing karaoke at his house. So I'm telling y'all right now, he can sing his tail off, man. Tua is he funny, man. Y'all don't even know. I wish everybody knew. I'm just fortunate enough that I know. You know what I mean? He can sing, man, and he can sing any song. I've seen this dude sing some crazy stuff, man, that you will never even know. It's just let you know like how good his energy is and how positive he is and how much of a great person he is and how his family raised him. I love Tua, man. I love Tua.
Quick two-part question, if I may. Were you on the field for the butt punt? And how much fun have you guys had with that over the past 24 hours?
So yes, I was on the field in the butt punt. They loaded the box up. Actually, like I know this might sound crazy, but I think the butt punt might have helped us, because in that situation, they loaded up the box. They brought their corners in, which brings our gunners in, and they're out there like, oh yo, let's rush them. We about to block this, and they didn't even rush us. Like, I mean, they brought like a little pressure maybe up in the A gap on the snapper. That's normal what people do, but like on the outside, they wasn't really rushing hard. Usually people are rushing hard in that situation. They wanted to load the box up and keep everybody packed in. Usually when we're backed up punt, the punter knows like, yo, we got to do a one-step punt. We got to get the ball out quick. So usually he's not hitting his best ball. So the fact that, with the time, the ball stayed in the air for, I don't know, 4 seconds. I don't know how long, 2-3 seconds. And if we punt that ball, they get way better field position. I mean, Thomas had like one of the best punts I've ever seen on a kickoff. Ball stayed in the air so long, and then the returner, gave us extra time by running, trying to chase the field. So it honestly worked out in our favor, as crazy as it sounds. I mean, during the time, you're like, oh, damn, like, they need to only get in field goal range now, but we never blinked. We moved on from it, and it actually, like I said, I think it worked in our favor, as crazy as it sounds. You don't ever want to give up a safety or, be in a situation like that, but I think that the way the game was rolling and the way everything happened, it worked in our favor.
So you're going to put that in the playbook?
Only when we need it. Appreciate y'all.